Okay. Your course is information technology.
Yes, ma'am.
With University of Westminster.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Great.
Hi, Martyn. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Ozyahu. Hi
Okay.
there.
Because I need to make you a co-host. So
Sure, yeah.
I'll be doing that shortly. I'm still trying to multiple participants. Okay. Share some of the screen. Okay. I think that's basically it. I've made it general so that if you want to share your screen, you can. So yeah, what we'll just do now is to go straight into, I think we have me and you and then 3 other participants who are likely either offer holders or prospective applicants to University of Westminster. So let's still hope that other people will still join the session as we progress. Yeah, so I think you can start with your own session, with your presentation. And while we hope that other...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, great. Thanks, Ozyahu. Right. Can you see my screen? I've shared it. Is it visible for you all?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, well, thanks, Ozyahu, for inviting me. And I can see we've got Joseph and Damilari and Ngoka as well. So, yeah, really good to meet you all online. We'll be going, as Ozyahu mentioned, I'm going to go through a sort of brief presentation of the University of Westminster, just to give you a bit more information and a wider insight about our institution. And then we'll open it up to any questions that you've got. I'm sure you've got plenty. So after the presentation, we'll go through and I'll try and answer as many questions as possible. Okay, and let me just go. I hope you can all see my screen.
Yeah.
To begin.
Sorry, Martyn. I was just going to say, because I forgot to say that. I was just going to say that if any of you have got any question to ask, you can put it in the chat session. You can send it, or as well, since we are not very many in number, we can give opportunity to people to talk as well, and ask their question, that is fine. But if you don't want to talk, you can put your question in the chat, in the chat box, so that either Martyn or myself can address it. Yeah.
Sure. Great. Thank you. Yeah, so my name is Martyn Davis. I'm the International Recruitment Coordinator and Partnerships, Recruitment and Partnerships Coordinator at the University of Westminster, working in the region of Nigeria and other parts of Africa. So like Ozyahu, if the support that she offers as well, if there's any further help that I can offer, of course, I'm always very happy to do so through Ozyahu with me. I'm just going to start by just sharing a video. As I said, some of you have applied, some of you are inquiring. It just gives a good insight. It's a short video, insight about our facilities and what it's like to be a student at our university. Okay. And then I'll go into...
Martyn, before you continue, I'm sorry, please. Yeah. So every one of you, if you're not talking at the moment, you can mute your speaker so that the noise at the background will not filter into the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to start the video now, and then if there's no sound, I know there's sometimes technical issues, there are subtitles there, so you can hopefully follow it, but it's a short video, so I'll just play that now. Oh, hang on, sorry. It's loading up. Oh, sorry, technical issue.
Is it the sound?
It's playing with sound my end, but it might be having issues your end. Is there no sound for yours, Yahoo?
No, there's no sound.
Okay, there's no sound. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move on. There's a technical issue here. Not to worry. Actually, I know what it is. Sorry, I'm just going to go back to where it was in the video.
Again, I know that the presentation have not started. If you have any questions to ask, you can drop it in the chat box. You can even begin to send in your questions right away. You can just do that in the chat box before the presentation begins fully.
Okay, so thanks for your patience. I know there's a bit of a sound issue there, but that's fine. So just a bit more about our institution. So we have a team formed in 1838 in Central London, and we have over 19,000 students study with us at the University of Westminster from across 106 different nations. An incredibly diverse university within an incredibly diverse city of London. So, if you're looking to gain global experience, exposure, knowledge, and study in a multicultural institution, then the university is an excellent choice for you. We've had quite a few firsts at the university, such as the first showing of basically the UK University cinema, which is on site, which I'll show into further in detail, and have a bit of Royal Elizabeth there. So we are a British public university, so obviously there's prestige that comes with studying at a British public university. The study experience is very practical. So our focus is about getting you ready to become employable, attractive to international recruiters and multinational companies as possible. And this is the Regent Street campus. You can just see in the previous image, that was the original site of the university back in 1838, and through a drawing, here it is today in modern day London. So, I spoke briefly just being connected. So studying at the University of Westminster, because we are based city centre, having a West London campus, our students are going to be connected to the world. That is in terms of public transport. So every campus that we have is within a 5 to 10 minute walking distance to a London Underground station, bus station, train station, etc. So it's very, very easy to move around the city. Wherever you're going or wherever you're living, studying at Westminster gives you that comfortable, easy lifestyle of being able to move around freely. We're obviously close to international airports as well, the 5 or 6 international airports. So, if you're flying to and from Nigeria or other parts of the world, it's very easy to move around, and lots of students like bicycles. So if you wanted to do that, they're very with cycle lanes as well. It's a move around the city. That's actually how I ran the city. So I get a bit of exercise and I don't have to pay for travel. But I'll be coming on to things like travel discounts, because as a student in London, you do get discounts for pretty much everything, from 30% discount on travel, so tube, train, bus, to going to the cinema, going to football match, to be honest. And then, so we're connected geographically, but on top of that, probably maybe even of more interest to you is that we are so well connected professionally with careers, different employment sectors. We have many industry links. We've actually got 183 industry partner students undertake work placements and internships from 2 weeks up to a year, depending on the course and the opportunities, of course. And we also work with over 3,000 organisations in London and the UK. Again, sending students on work placements, getting external speakers in industry and give talks, workshops, and other things such as that. London itself is over 1 million businesses operating within 30 kilometres of the university. So whether you find work opportunities through our large career development, in theory you will, we hope you do. There are also so many opportunities in and around the area. I mean, that's a huge reason, of course, why so many people in the UK, in Europe and further are so many job opportunities there. I mean, London compared to other European cities has 3 times more multinational HQs than any other city, more jobs available in London than any other part of the UK. I mentioned we have close connections, and yeah, you'll see that it's in industrial, political, media and artistic sectors as well. Our teaching is very practical, so it's very much a two-way conversation where your classes will be a mixture of large traditional lecture theatres, small seminar work, project work with colleagues or individually, but also field trips, some banks in the City of London, some large multinational companies and their marketing team, etc., to really hear from real life industry experts and see the working environment firsthand, and then you'll report on that as part of your coursework and things like that. And we do have over 40 professional accreditations for our degrees. So, if you're doing for example, an accounting MSc, on those exam papers, maybe it's the Chartered Institute of Management or Chartered Institute of Marketing, etc. So beyond the practical nature of the course and the prestige, there's also further professional recognition upon completion of our degrees. Here's a map of central London, just again to reiterate how well located we are. We have 19,000 students studying with us across 4 campuses of 4 education sites, let's say. We've got 3 in central London, Marylebone, Regent Street, Cavendish. These are all sort of between a 10 to 15-minute walk from each other, surrounded by major parts of the city, such as Soho for nightlife, bars, restaurants, cafes, to the British Museums, to the House of Parliament, Buckingham Palace, the large royal parks, which I'll go into further. So there's a great location there. And if you're studying a creative media arts and design course, that'll be based in the Harrow campus in West London, top left-hand side there, which is 3 stops on the tube into central London. And again, here's just a tube map of London, so you can see every campus that our course are taught at is within a 5 to 10 minute walking distance to a London Underground tube stop. So it's so easy to move around studying at Westminster. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we are an incredibly diverse university based in the city centre and in West London. And we embrace global engagement in every aspect of institutional cities in the world. We do have a large Nigerian community and other West African communities as well. So whilst you'll get experience of everyone from around the world, if you do want to find a local Nigerian restaurant or community, there's a huge hub there, and you can find that here in London. University of Westminster is among the top 15 most international universities in the world, and that's based on the percentage of international students that we have with us. So that just further reiterates that. And we have hundreds of exchange partnerships with institutions across the world too. Plus, if you want to study another language as part of your degree, then you can do that with us. London itself, I'm sure this is a main big part of why you're interested. So, I mean, London itself has been ranked the best student city in the world on various occasions, recently 2018 and 2019. Of course, there are many famous landmarks across the city, which you will have walking distance or bus journey distance into while studying with us. Most of the large world-class museums are unique when you compare it to other major European cities. And if there are special exhibitions or events, typically as a student you will have a student discount to attend those. And London itself is, whilst it's one of the major cities of the world, it is incredible. City is made up of green spaces, from the royal parks to the canals, and that's where us Londoners, we like to, outside of our busy schedules of work and social life, we like to relax in the fresh air and the green spaces that you can find in every area, every district of the city. And then if sports your thing, of course, we're home to 6 Premier League football clubs and many other professional sporting clubs and organisations. So you can really make the most of that. Maybe go watch Arsenal, let's say. You can see the stadium there. And if music is your thing, countless live music events across the city every day, every week. So you'll find your taste, definitely. Beyond the classroom, there's a huge social area opportunity from our award-winning Students' Union, whether that's playing for the university's football team, basketball team. You might want to join the university newspaper, radio station, etc. We also have societies such as the African Caribbean Society, as well as things like the Salsa Society and Westminster Entrepreneurial Society too. And we do also offer part-time work and support finding part-time work, either as a student ambassador or within the university, but I'll be coming more onto the work opportunities shortly. We also have state-of-the-art sport facilities on campus too, from the university gyms to the sports field where we play against other university teams. And of course, moving from Nigeria to London, the UK is a big jump. I'm sure you'll definitely enjoy it, but we do understand that you need a bit more extra support and help. It will be useful to you. And we run things like an international welcome week for all new international students from all over the world. So we give talks and workshops about how to set up things like your bank account, your Oyster card to travel around the city, and also how to adapt to your new life in London. And we have talks from current students, university staff, etc. Plus, we organise social events like a boat party on the River Thames and visits to other cities in the UK. On top of that, we do offer quite a lot of free access to advice and specialist support, from counselling support, visa advice, disability loan support, as well as faith and spirituality. So we have prayer rooms on each campus. And if you wish to be assigned like a buddy, so if, that's called our friend of arriving new students, you can be assigned with a buddy. So that's someone from Nigeria or someone studying your course who can be an extra line of support to you during your studies. Plus, on top of that, every student is allocated a personal tutor. So outside of your lectures and your lecturers, you'll be assigned a member of the academic staff who you can set up meetings with. If you're having issues with any particular topic or assignment, or you just need some general support, you have that from the university staff. Now, of course, a huge point, I'm sure, for a lot of you, work opportunities and career development. This is a huge benefit of studying at the University of Westminster. Just to go over some of the opportunities here, you can see in the image, this is an example of one of the large graduate careers fairs that we offer. Typically, we offer these on campus physically. In the last year, of course, and with COVID-19, we actually moved them, we had to move them online, but we continued with it, and we're hoping from September that we'll be able to run these again physically on campus. And these are great opportunities for you to network and make connections with huge multinational companies and local London companies that are looking for graduates with your skills. So you can go there, network, find out what recruiters are looking for, put your name down to be considered, basically gain a wealth of advice and networking through the careers fair. On top of that, we have an excellent mentoring scheme where you can apply to have a mentor in the industry that you're working in, you're studying in. So again, you'll have real insight and expert from someone successfully working in your area, and you'll be able to, if you find a job, you can ask them for advice. You can set up monthly meetings with them and say, what skills should I be showing in my CV? What should I be doing? So you're going to get real help to be as employable as possible during your studies, but again, importantly, once you graduate and want to go into the working world. If you're into entrepreneurship or enterprise, we've got a wealth of opportunities there. We were awarded the gold standard for entrepreneurial opportunities in London, the first one to do so, and we run a number of entrepreneurship competitions where students starting up new companies can enter the competition, and the winners get awarded funding to help boost their new company launch. On top of that, during your studies, as an international student, you will have the right to work 20 hours per week during term time, and out of term time, there's no limit, and you can work as many hours as you want. Minimum wage in the UK and London, I think I haven't checked recently, but it's normally around £9 to £10 an hour, so you can earn good money to support yourself during your studies. And we do support you and we help you find part-time work all throughout your studies. So as soon as you come to UK and start with us, you can sign up to our Career Development Centre. We'll come invite you for a meeting. We adjust your CV for the UK job market, and we advertise part-time jobs within the university and externally. Plus, we'll even help you prepare for interviews in the UK. So we want to help you as much as possible, and there really is a great service there. And even more exciting, potentially, is the new 2-year post-study work visa that is now in effect for international students. So what that means to you is, if you come and study at the University of Westminster, maybe it's a 3-year bachelor's degree or a 1-year master's degree. Once you graduate, you then have the chance to apply for the graduate immigration route visa. So you have a 2-year post-study work visa, and you'll be able to stay in the UK working full-time with no limits, or looking for full-time work as well. So it's a great opportunity for international students coming to the UK and wanting to gain that work experience. I'm going to run through the different campuses now. So like I said, we have 19,000 students studying at the university, and these are split across our 4 main campuses. Students have access to all 4 campuses and the facilities that they include. And all campuses have their own libraries, social spaces, cafes, etc., as well as state-of-the-art facilities where students can access. So I'm going to run through these now.
Just call.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
sorry, yeah.
Something here. See now.
Yeah, just to
you just
advise,
call and conclude. In already, call them a beg.
You can put your speaker on mute, please. If you're not the one talking, put your speaker on mute so that the noise will not filter into the discussion. Thank you.
Thanks, Ozia.
Sorry, Martyn.
That's all right, thank you. Yeah, so going on to the Cavendish Campus, this is one of our central London campuses, and this is where our science and engineering and life sciences courses are taught. So programs such as computer science, software engineering, biomedical sciences, global health nutrition, which is very popular in Nigeria and parts of West Africa, as well as our psychology degrees. Then we move on to the original site of the university, again in central London. A beautiful building here. On one side here is the BBC studios, and on the other side is the main shopping district of London, Oxford Street and Soho, obviously wealth of nightlife. And this is where you can actually see we've got the Regent Street Cinema on campus here. So we run a number of international film festivals, new releases. There's actually a bar there as well. So a lot of students go from class into the cinema after they finished. And courses taught here are mainly, they are humanities and social sciences related. So things like politics and international relations, languages, linguistics, and law, among others. Okay, and then the Marylebone campus, the 3rd central London campus. So each site holds around 4,000 students, mainly, just to let you know. The Marylebone campus is where our Westminster Business School and School of Architecture is taught. And this is probably where the majority of our Nigerian students so far tend to study, because they like, it seems to be very popular business and management, accounting and finance programs. We have excellent facilities here, such as the Bloomberg Financial Suite, which is mirrored and synced up to the City of London. So any students studying a finance-related degree, their programs will be very practical, and they'll be using the tools and the facilities that the brokers and the city workers use. So once you graduate, you've already got a great skill set there to move into the banking world. And on top of that, we've got the architecture studios with about 3 to 4 floors of state-of-the-art architecture studios there. Then moving on to Harrow campus, and this is where our School of Media are taught. So programs such as music production, film production, journalism as well. It's a large site here to house all our studios. I mean, we had, when Jay-Z was last in London, he used our facilities to do some recording through our music production studios. We have our own music label as well. And we've had award-winning film and television production students with us, such as Marbudu from Nigeria, who I'll come into shortly, who studied at Westminster. Entry requirements: if you're looking to study a bachelor's, after the SSCE, you will need to take a further qualification. This can be an HND, OND, could be a first year of a bachelor's degree or a foundation year. If you're looking to do a master's course, typically you'll need a Nigerian bachelor's degree. Most programs ask for 2.5 out of 5 or 2.5 out of 4, so the equivalent of a UK 2-2 lower second class honours degree. Some programs might ask for 3.5 out of 5 or 3.0 out of 4, such as the MBA. If you don't have the standard Nigerian bachelor's degree, we can still consider you for entry based on HND plus postgraduate diploma with high grades, or 5 to 7 years relevant work experience related to the course you want to go into. And what I'll say as well, we get a lot of questions from Nigerian students about, they might be wanting to go and do a finance-related degree or a Fintech degree, but they studied management or marketing at bachelor's. So they're not sure if they can do a master's if they studied a different subject area at bachelor's. For us at Westminster, that you can still be considered. So if that is you, maybe you want to change career, or you want to specialize in a different area, please do still apply, and we will consider you, and we will consider your individual suitability based on maybe work experience, your personal statement that you write, and your general interest. On top of that, English language requirements. So if you have a bachelor's degree from Nigeria, then that's sufficient proof of academic English. You won't need to take a further English test. If you're applying for a bachelor's degree, you will more than likely have to take a further English test, like an IELTS or another online English test. But if you apply, then we do have some internal English tests that we can offer you. So just be in contact with me or Ozio, who are at Care Global Consulting, and we can look into that for you. We offer accommodation. So we have facilities with your own room, study area, wardrobe, etc., and mainly social spaces. The fees for our accommodation varies from around £600 a month to around £900 a month. That includes all bills and services with 24/7 security and state-of-the-art facilities. It's not compulsory that you stay in our university accommodation. However, it's just to let you know that it's available to you if you wish to. If you want to find private accommodation, or if you want to stay with family or friends here in London, then that's completely fine. But just to let you know that we have this support and opportunities available to you. And just here's some more images of what our accommodation looks like. UK lockdown latest. Of course, this is the issue of the world right now for all of us. Just to let you know that we've been fortunate enough to have the start of the vaccine rollout in recent months. So the situation seems to be getting better here in the UK at a slow but steady pace. So come September, when hopefully you're joining us, we're very optimistic that teaching will be, more than likely back to normal in terms of physical teaching on campus and everything that comes with it. The plan at the moment from the UK government is that by the 21st of June, all legal limits on social contact will be removed. So, hopefully come September, that should be good for teaching and social life. International students, as part of your visa, you'll have to register with the NHS here with a local general practitioner. Therefore, if you wish to get a vaccine when you're here, in theory, you will be eligible for that. when your age group is next in line, like everyone else in the UK.
Yeah, Martyn, if I may ask, I may ask, how many days are they supposed to quarantine for once they get to the UK? And is there facility for that? And is Westminster providing that, or they have to do that on their own?
Well, I mean, at the moment, it's not recommended to travel at the moment because most countries, nationalities coming to UK would have to quarantine in a set up UK government quarantine hotel, which is quite expensive. So it's not advisable to come into UK at the moment. After that,
like how much how much are they charging?
If anyone coming to UK at the moment, it's pretty expensive. It's close to £1,500 for is it 14-day quarantine, I think. I mean, that includes hotel, food as well, and things like that. But it's at the moment it's not really advisable.
Yeah, I got the information for some of our students. I got the information from some of our students that resumed this January, because they were saying that some of them, as in they were supposed to quarantine, I think for 10 days, and then it was around kind of 1,200 or 1,500 pounds, like you said,
Yeah. So it's, I mean, my advice to everyone, that's from anywhere in the world, and it's for us here in the UK. If we travel elsewhere and come back, probably best to wait until later in the summer, because hopefully that restriction will be removed.
I think Joseph wants to ask a question or something. Joseph, you want to say something?
Yes, I have a question. Sorry.
Sure.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I just wanted to confirm how long, like for example, a student who got admission for September 2021, what is the time limit for him to come in? Can he come in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months before the resumption? Like maybe he has a family there and he wants to use his student visa to come in. So can he come in before the resumption, and what's the duration?
Sure, good question. Yeah. So our visa compliance team have confirmed that we will begin issuing CASs from the start of June. So in terms of the timeline of your studies and coming to UK, once you've applied, you have an offer, you've met all your conditions, you can then apply for your CAS. And then once you've got your CAS, you can then look to apply for your student visa. Once you have that, of course, you can come to UK. So it's looking like probably from June onwards, international students will be able to come into the UK for September start.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you.
Okay, you want to ask another question, Joseph?
Hi, Joseph. Thanks.
No. I just appreciating the response he gave me. Thank you.
Okay. Dami Larry Omomuwagun, yes, has asked a question. And his question is: during and after the graduate immigration route, can we apply for a work visa to extend the 2 years? I think he's still coming to that. When he get to that session, he will answer that question.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Azil. I mean, there's still a bit more that I'm just going to run through quickly, but I can answer that now quickly for Damilari. Is it basically? I mean, when you're in the 2-year post-study work visa, I think you can apply for a tier 2, or known as tier 2 work visa, sponsor visa. It's just a case of finding, the 2-year window gives you that opportunity to find employment or look for employment in a company that has the strict rights and ability to give you that. This standard graduate immigration route, 2-year work visa, to the sponsor route from a company. But I'll come on to that again shortly. So if I just continue with the presentation, just to let you know that we've got some new courses. Some of you may have already applied, like maybe Joseph, and others know what you've got in mind. But I'm just going to run through some programs that are newly available and starting from this September. So we have the Fintech with Business Analytics with MSc, which has been hugely popular with Nigerian students, actually. And this, it draws on the knowledge of financial markets and institutions, along with education skills to develop and implement technological problems in digital finance. This is a very practical program. You'll be using the Bloomberg Financial Suite a lot in this course, and you can see program details there. It's taught in Central London. Then we have Sustainability Management and Innovation, MSc, which this growing market and need from companies all around the world for graduates with skills in the business and management area, but also in sustainability. How can they make their company sustainable, environmentally friendly, etc.? And this program focuses on that topic. We also have the MBA, Master of Business Administration, which we've run for many years. Last year, we paused it and revamped it. And one major point I would say about the MBA is that you don't need to have 2 years work experience to apply and be considered for our MBA. A lot of courses do ask that, but we welcome students, and it's really good to have students with substantial work experience to add to the wealth of knowledge in the course. But if you have a 2-1 from your bachelor's, you can go directly into our MBA. A bit of a delay, sorry. And then we have sports management, MBA honours, bachelor's. So actually set up in line with some very famous international sporting clubs and organisations in UK and London, such as Queen's Park Rangers Football Club, who used to play in the Premier League, now playing the Championship. And this, would include. It's about business and management in the sporting environment, whether that's sport marketing, sport management, agent work, etc. So if that's your field of interest, there's that course there. Then we have programs such as digital media BA honours, digital marketing BA honours, and MA as well. Now we're going on to tuition fees. So tuition fees for international students, undergraduate is £14,400 per year. And for our postgraduate courses, the fees vary. So I recommend that you go onto our website, onto the course page, and check your specific course for the fees, how much it costs. They range from £13,000, like, for example, digital business, MSc is £13,000, up to £22,000, which I believe is, for example, marketing communication, is that fee. As part of your application, you need to make an international deposit of £4,000, which contributes to your CAS and your visa application. And that £4,000 gets contributed towards your tuition fees. You can pay that in one instalment or multiple payments, but just be mindful that you might incur, of course, charges if you do it in multiple payments. And the instalment plan for your course, deciding you're applying for a master's that costs £14,000. You will need to pay 50% of your course fees by the time you enroll in September, so £7,000, and you use your international deposit of £4,000 towards that. Then you pay the next 25% instalment in December, so £3,500 in December, and then you pay your last tuition fee instalment in January, February 2022.
So,
we do offer a number of scholarships for this intake.
Can you hear me, Martyn?
Oziohu, yeah?
Yeah, so how many installments is that supposed to be?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How many installments is that? Is it like 2 installments or 3 or 4?
3 installments.
Okay, still 3 installments. All right.
It's 3 installments.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see here 50% at enrollment, 25% in December, and then 25% in January, February. So it's 3 installments for tuition fees.
I just think they will need that clarification.
If any students here are...
No, I said
Sure, yeah. If any students are doing a bachelor's degree... Sorry, Oziohu?
Yeah, I'm fine now. I said I just believe they need that clarification, which you just did. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, yeah, thank you. And just to say that if any students are doing a bachelor's, the students would just pay for the academic year at a time. So this 50%, these 3 installments, 50%, 25%, 25%, that would be paid for the £14,400 academic year fees, and then it would repeat year 2 and year 3. But obviously, if you're doing a master's, it's just those 3 installments in the 1 year of your master's course. And then just to go on to scholarships. So we are offering a international postgraduate part fee scholarship of £2,000 for all students with an offer to study postgraduate course this September. The deadline to apply for that is the 14th of June this year. And all information, application form, criteria, mainly that you have an equivalent 2-1 degree, that can be found on the website, the scholarships page of the website. If you haven't done so already, I strongly recommend attending one of our online open days. It's a great way for you to learn more about the institution directly from our current students and alumni, also from lecturers on your course who give course talks, and you'll get to speak with like the Career Development Centre, admissions and other aspects of the university. The next, you can see the online open day for undergraduate is actually passed, was last weekend, and the next one I think is in June. But we have an upcoming one for postgraduate courses on the 24th of March as well. So if you want to register for that, just go on the website. It's on the straight away, westminster.ac.uk. You'll find that quick registration form. Okay, so we have we're very proud of our Nigerian students and alumni and community at the University of Westminster, both in terms of students and staff, like London itself. And we hope you can join us to become part of our network of students and then alumni. Just to let you know, we have currently 124 Nigerian students enrolled at the University of Westminster. And for last year, we enrolled 69 new Nigerian students, as well as receiving close to 2,000 applications. The top 5 most popular courses currently with Nigerian students is MSc Fintech with Business Analytics, MSc Project Management, MA HRM, Business Intelligence and Analytics, and also Business Management and Entrepreneurship. And we have a list of prominent Westminster alumni from Nigeria, including Mo Abudu, who you can see in the photos there, of course, prominent media personality, as you know, as well as Don Amope, who was the producer of the romantic comedy The Wedding Planner, which is the highest grossing film in Nigeria, which I'm sure you probably have seen or know of. And then just going on to what our Nigerian students say, I'm just going to take one part. I don't need to read all this out, of course. Rebecca, who mentioned she chose Westminster because of the reputable organisations and agencies where our alumni work at. I mean, these include some of the companies our alumni work in include Barclays Bank, HSBC, the World Economic Forum, Amazon, Pfizer, the UK government, BBC, the list goes on and on. And on top of that, of course, it's the culture and the experience that you get. And Ruana said, you really are taught in tune with the realities of the outside world, and to strike the balance, you can soak up the culture and fashion in London.
Yeah, Martyn, I just want to say that just like Martyn said, like part of the alumni, like some of our students that just that graduated from Westminster, I can say some of them now currently in Nigeria are now working with CBN, that is the Central Bank of Nigeria, and that is the topmost financial institution that we have in Nigeria. So, and you know, and a lot of them are doing quite fine, and some of them are working with top NGOs like these international NGOs like UN, UNDP and stuff like that. So I think there is quite a very good you know, career prospect, you know, for students that go to Westminster. So just to add that.
Thanks, Ozyohu. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I just shared with Ozyohu as well today. We've actually got an upcoming event, Westminster Work and Culture's Professional Career Insight for Africa, where we have a panel of 3 recent alumni from African nations who will be who have actually gone back to forge successful careers in their home countries in Africa, and we have a Nigerian speaker who will be talking there as well. So I will, Ozyohu, if you can share that with your students if they're interested, and I'll share a link in the chat. It should be an excellent opportunity for you to learn from some of our successful alumni and gain great insight into, you know, what it takes to then go on and be successful once you graduate from us. Please do connect with us. If you don't already, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, our international student blog. We've got an international student blogger from Nigeria as well. So this is great first-hand and honest insight from our current students about life studying at the University of Westminster, living in London, and everything that comes with it. And if you want to stay in contact with me, obviously you can do that through Yahoo at Care Global Consulting. Also, you can email me directly there, or at my WhatsApp number, and I'm more than happy to help any questions with any questions that you've got. So just to summarize now, thank you for your patience. So why choose the University of Westminster? A number of reasons, but some main ones are you get the chance to study at vibrant state-of-the-art campuses and facilities in the city centre of London and in West London. We spent around £100 million in recent years renovating our teaching areas, our labs, our social spaces, cafes, restaurants, etc. So, and libraries where you've got 3 to 4 floors, you get Wi-Fi throughout, access to IMAX and things like that. We have excellent industry links. We've mentioned just now some of the companies where our alumni work, and actually during your studies, you will get the chance to do and apply for various internships, field trips, graduate careers fairs, and hear from experts giving guest lectures at the university. We've got 183 industry links, and also we send our students to work placements to over 3,000 companies. Academic teaching excellence, and what I will say on top of the academic teaching excellence is the approachability of the lecturers. So it's a two-way conversation. If you've got questions, your lecturers are very approachable. They want to speak with you. They want to hear your thoughts. You've got a personal tutor, and we want to, it's about expressing yourself and becoming analytical and provoking your questioning, your freedom of speech, etc. I mentioned careers, employability support, and the opportunities. We have a large career development centre, and this is where, as soon as you start with us, we'll invite you in to adjust your CV with us, get ready for job interviews, and also we'll advertise lots of part-time work to support yourself financially during your studies, and also apply for those, those real career goal internships and opportunities there. And then finally, London is our campus. We are based in the city centre in the heart of London, surrounded by the main shopping areas, the main museums, everything, such an international diversity and everything that comes with the city. And it's so easy to move around when you're studying at Westminster. So if you're interested and you really want to live and study in London, then the University of Westminster is an excellent choice for you to consider. How to apply? If you're applying for a bachelor's degree, it's through the online UCAS application service. If you're applying for a master's, we've actually just introduced a new applicant portal. So now you can make direct online applications. And of course, Yahoo will be supporting you throughout that for you. So thank you for your patience, everyone. Hope it wasn't too long. But yeah, Yahoo, if you want to open it up to any more questions now, that'd be great.
Yeah, thank you, Martyn. That was an excellent presentation. We have one more question, and then I think about 2 hands raised to ask questions directly. The question is from Ngoka. She's asked, are we mandated to write IELTS exams? Some of these, I think she might be asking for master's degree, and then you might just want to take that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So to answer your question, no. If you have a bachelor's degree from Nigeria, then you don't need to take any further English language tests. That is proof of your your academic English at the required level. So with a bachelor's degree, you don't need to take a further IELTS test or anything. That's fine. If you're applying for a bachelor's degree with us here at Westminster, then you would need to take a further English test like an IELTS or TOEFL or one of the other recognised English language tests. If you're in that situation, you don't need to have your English test when you make an application. We will look at your application, and if we decide, okay, yeah, we need to see a further English test, then we will request that from you through making you a conditional offer. And you'll just need to take that test and provide the results before you start your course in September and before the conditions deadline. But applying for a master's here in the UK with a Nigerian bachelor's degree, no need for English test. That's all good.
Okay, thank you, Martyn. Ngoka, do you still have any other question to ask?
Okay.
Okay.
No.
All right, go
no.
first.
You
You
refer to
can
me
go
as
first.
a
I'll
lady.
take
I'm
my
a
later.
man.
Yeah, who is speaking?
Yeah, I'm speaking. You refer to me as a lady. I'm a guy.
Oh, okay, all right.
So it's
Sorry.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is clear now.
Okay.
Thanks.
So the next person, please.
Was it Judith, I think, who was then looking to speak? Judith?
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for taking out time to go through all the slides, and a lot of information has been clarified. However, I didn't seem to hear anything about scholarship for the master's degree, or postgraduate program. Are there any options? Do you have anything like that?
Yeah,
Yes, please.
I'll just go back to that slide. I did mention that, but let me just get that
Okay,
up.
apologies.
So no, that's absolutely fine. It might have skipped it. I'm just going to go back to that. So for this September, we are offering an international postgraduate part fee scholarship of £2,000. So this is available to all international students who have an offer to study with us. The deadline, I think it's up now, the slide. So yeah, deadline to apply is the 14th of June, 2021. In order to be considered, you'll need to have an equivalent of a 2-1 from your Nigerian bachelor's degree. But yeah, this is the scholarship opportunity for this September.
Okay, are you clear with the answers?
Yes, I am clear. I am clear.
Oh, if you need more,
all right, thank you.
I can still ask because Martyn is available and I can answer that for you as well.
That's totally okay. That's totally okay. Also, is there anything about like student ambassadorial jobs or something?
Yeah, I think he talked about earlier. He talked about that. But Martyn's, you might still want to.
Yeah, but I think I joined.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine, Judith. Yeah. We do offer. We have a student ambassador scheme where you're employed by the university and you get paid to work as an ambassador. Where you work various events, public-facing events like our open days, when we normally run them, physically, as well as other events open to the public and other students. So it's an excellent scheme, and I always say to all international students, it's an easy job really, because all you're doing is talking about your experience, and you just attend events. So if you want to get a bit of extra work and payment, then when you apply, if you study with us, take up the student ambassador opportunity. And then also you just need to be aware that you can only work a maximum of 20 hours per week during term time. So, if you've got another part-time job, just make sure that your ambassador work is in line and doesn't cross that 20-hour maximum per week.
Yeah, I think someone wants to ask a question. Are you clear with that now, Judith? Are you fine with that? Okay, let's go to the next person. Samuel, follow me so you can speak.
Hey, Martyn.
Hey, Samuel.
Yeah, many thanks for taking your time for the presentation. Anyway, I would like to ask. I actually sent you a mail as regards my previous admission, which I deferred to September 2021. I actually received a £2,000 scholarship, which you said it's impossible to make use of that £2,000 scholarship for the next academic section.
Yeah.
I
remember, Samuel. We
Yeah. I would like you to expatiate on that, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to clarify, each year the university has, we get allocated a certain amount of money to use within the financial year. So because that specific scholarship that you're awarded was in last year's funding account, when we passed that date, that funding was no longer available. So unfortunately, we don't have the opportunity to just move it across to the next year. It's above our head in the finance team of the university and the budget. So I'm very sorry about that. I completely understand, the reasons why you wanted to defer, but unfortunately for this year, you'd need to look to apply for a scholarship for this financial year for the funding that's available there. We just can't go back and use last year's allocation.
Is that
All right, many thanks.
okay?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. Joseph Obute, so you can speak now.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm enjoying the section. However, aside the school scholarship, do we have opportunity to apply for other scholarships, like as multiple? Because I could see from the portal there are other scholarships there, but I just want to know, aside these £2,000, do we have other opportunities to apply for other scholarships? Thank you.
Yeah, good question, Joseph. Hi, thanks for joining us today. So, in terms of this academic year for international students, currently the only opportunities for September 2021 in terms of our university scholarships is this £2,000 scholarship. There are other external scholarship opportunities such as Chevening, which is something that we have a variety of Chevening scholars each year from many different countries around the world. So I think for this September, that deadline for Chevening would probably have passed by now. But, you know, if that is something you want to look at, I think the Chevening scholarship maybe for 2022 could be an opportunity for you to gain some, apply for an additional or an extra scholarship, which is through an external organisation. So it's not from the University of Westminster, but you can use that to study at the University of Westminster. Hope that sort of helps.
Sorry, are you fine with that, Joseph?
Is that okay, Joseph?
Okay, I think he's
Yeah,
on.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So I could get, what you're saying is I could get other scholarships outside the school, and that's fine by the school. Is that what you're saying? Like aside from the school?
Absolutely. What I'll say as well is that yeah, you can apply and use external scholarships. I think if you have an external scholarship though, you can't then, I'll clarify that, but yeah, I'm not sure if you can use an external one and an internal one.
Yeah, I think Martyn, if I have
think it's just one or the other.
If I have to add to that, I think normally most schools, and maybe including University of Westminster, normally they only accept one scholarship at a time. Like if you are having one scholarship, you know, maybe if you are having the £2,000 scholarship, you can't make use of another scholarship. If you are having scholarship from your home country, you can't, you know, come and make use of a Westminster scholarship. So I think they stick to one scholarship at a time. So that is what I understand. So, but Martyn can still get clarification and then still get back to you on that.
Yeah,
and know,
I think that's
know how Westminster works. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Cool. Okay. Any other questions?
Sorry. So, okay, just to clarify, I know you've mentioned this earlier. For the master's program, yeah, and that's postgraduate, you require, for a Nigerian person requires the transcript, academic qualification, that's a transcript, as well as the degree certificate. What else would you need? The application, applying, yes. What else would what other information?
In addition to that, I think you well, as part of your application, you need to submit like a personal statement supporting why you want to study that program, and then also normally one academic reference. But the main documents that you need to supply are the ones you've mentioned: your final transcripts and certificate confirming completion. You don't need to provide any other sort of English test or entry test. It's just based on your bachelor's degree transcripts and certificate from Nigeria, academic reference, and a personal statement.
So for the reference letter, you mentioned one academic, not professional, work reference.
You can submit a professional reference, yeah, in support of your application. That's completely fine. Ordinarily, the admissions team do look for some kind of academic reference, but you know, some students might be in a situation where they have substantial work experience related to the course that they want to study, therefore their manager's in a better position to provide a reference. I wouldn't worry too much about that, because if you submit a professional reference, but the admissions team can then decide, okay, yeah, this is a good enough reference, or they might come back to you and say, please, can you submit an academic reference? But if you can, I would try and get some kind of academic reference as part of your application as well.
All right. Thank you so much for the clarity.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. See,
My pleasure, Judy.
that's fine. So you can actually provide the academic reference and then still support it with the work reference if you have them. So
Yeah.
Is there another question?
Good, even. Yeah.
I would just want to ask, based on the registration, I understand that a new site has been used, or we are asked to use a new site. So I just want to know, are there advantages using the old site? Because I tried applying with the old site. So I want to know if there are advantages using the old site than the new site. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, good question. I mean, yeah, absolutely. To be honest with you, the new site is easier. It's made, the new application service has been made to be easier for you, because it's a direct application just to the University of Westminster, whereas the previous application service, UCAS Postgraduate, is like an online application platform where you have to set up an account and you can apply for multiple courses and universities at one go, but it's slightly longer to do that. And I think there might even be a fee, whereas our direct online applicant portal, as I said, is direct, and there's no fee for that as well. So my advice, well, now, it's if you go on the course page of your course of interest and the apply button, it will take you to the applicant portal, so you can make that direct application now. It's fine either way. If you've started with the old process, you can continue, but just going forward from now, it would be for the applicant portal. And just to add to that, sorry, before I forget, I'm just going to send a link to the Westminster Work and Cultural Professional Career Insight event coming up next week, where we've got speakers from a number of alumni from Africa, including a recent Nigerian alumni who have gone back to Nigeria or their home country and work successfully in their career. So I recommend all of you, if you're interested and available, to sign up for that event, and you'll be able to hear directly from successful alumni, ask questions, and also network as well. But yeah, sorry to go off onto a different subject. Yeah.
Okay, so your advice, I should just use the new site, because I'm yet to submit my application on the old site, on the UCAS.
Yeah, I recommend, if you're applying for postgraduate, to use the new site. You'll have to now. If you haven't submitted your application previously, I think you have to apply through the new applicant portal anyway. So that's my advice. Yeah, apply through the new applicant portal. It'll be easier for you.
Okay, thank you.
And Martyn, I think maybe that one will be done after this, because I was just going to say that if you can share the link for the new site here as well, so that they can all have access to the link for the new site.
Sure, yeah. It's actually, so on each course page, I'll tell you what, let me share my screen again, and then I can show you exactly. Right. So can you see my screen now, Ozyohu?
No, it hasn't come up.
Hasn't come up yet.
Yeah, I think it's
I think it might just be loading. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's say what you need to do is you go onto your course page. So let's say you want to apply for Fintech with business analytics. Just go onto the page, and where you have this apply button here, if you can see sort of the top right hand corner, this red apply button, when you click on it, it will take you directly to the new applicant portal where you register and set up your details, etc. So if you just go on to, I'm just going to I'm just going to share the link to our website in the subjects page. If you go on to the specific course page that you're applying to, then you'll get a link to the apply button. I'll get the chat up. Sorry. Yeah, I hope that helps answer that.
Yeah, I think that's okay. But make sure to include Care Global Consulting in the agency session or your rep session, so that they have that information that, okay, you're working with Care Global Consulting. And then if you have to submit your personal statement as well, you can as well share it with us to review, help you review before you have it submitted.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Is anyone still asking question?
All right.
Look, I think somebody have sent in a question. Is it Ogechi Annette? He's asking whether the £4,000 is inclusive in the £4,000, is it inclusive in the first installment payment of 50%? Yes, it is.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good question. But yeah, it is. So this is just that £4,000 installment is part of your CAS and student visa application. But once you've got that confirmed, yeah, as Ozio said, that just get moved towards your tuition fee payment as part of your installment. So, you know, if your course is £14,000, you've paid £4,000 for your international deposit. When you enroll in September, you've already paid £4,000 of that £7,000 50% deposit. So you just need to pay an additional £3,000 that installment there.
Yeah, and if you have all your fees and you want to pay at once at a go, like in the 100%, then that's also fine. But I don't know whether Westminster normally have an incentive for those that pay all their tuition fee at once, because like for some school, they might have like, okay, 5% discount if you're paying your school fees, you know, the 100% at once in a bulk. But I also know that if you're paying installment, you will have an extra administrative fee to that is being charged extra, which is also 5% at the end of your payment. I think that works with Westminster, right?
Yeah, that's right. So I am trying to change this, because at the moment there isn't, there's no incentive or discount for early payments, unfortunately, which I don't agree with, but that's just the situation at the moment. There isn't, no, unfortunately.
Not early payment.
Oh, sorry, not early payment. So payment in full. Yeah. Neither early or full payment. Unfortunately, at the moment, there's no discount for that. So it's up to the student. As you mentioned, multiple payments can incur fees to do that. So if you can do it all at once, it's, you know, why not? But yeah, just to let you know.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, cool. I think that's all the questions, Ozyahu?
Yeah, that's all.
No, not all. Can I quickly drop this? Then maybe I will call mine a day. So I also want to ask, on resumption is supposed to be September, so how long can it take to change my course?
To change it. So do you have an offer, Joseph?
Yes,
already?
I have an offer.
Yeah. Well, we can actually look to change that now. So if you contact the admissions officer directly, the person that sent you your offer, reply to that and let them know that you wish to change your course, then the admissions team will look into that, and we can look to update your offers. That's completely fine. Still time to do that. So my advice is just to do that as soon as possible. If you know now that you want to change, is it within a similar subject area? What are the courses that you have an offer for and that you want to change to?
Okay, the one I have offer for is information technology, so I want to move it to cybersecurity.
Oh yeah. I think that should be more than fine, to be honest, because they're obviously very similar subject areas. So yeah, just request that to the admissions officer over email.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think I'll call my a day. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. Take care of yourself. You
too. Thanks, Joseph. Thanks for joining us.
All right then.
Thank you, Mr. Martyn.
My pleasure. Thanks for joining. Good to speak with you.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. I think at this point we have come to the end of this session, of this Zoom session, and then we can call it a day, right?
Yeah.
from here, from Care Global Consulting, and then as well from Martyn's. We say
Yeah. So I just want to say, thanks for inviting me, Ozyahu, with Care Global Consulting, and great to speak with and meet with some of you. Best of luck with your studies. Stay safe, and obviously, please do stay in contact. Any questions to me or with Care Global Consulting, and we'll see if we can hopefully get you on the course and meet you here in London soon.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Yeah.